We are here in the 5th smallest state capital in terms of population. Hey everyone, Scott, and welcome to Frankfort, Kentucky. It's a cloudy and drizzly day here today, although thankfully it's not raining too hard to where I need an umbrella. So anyway, we're gonna take a walk around downtown Frankfort today, check out the beautiful downtown area, although there's not many people out right now because it was raining a little harder here earlier. We'll check out some of the different points of interest all throughout the city, and then eventually head over to the current state capitol building, and then check out the gravesite where Daniel Boone rests, and then we'll finish off at the top of the hill over there. But yeah, this city actually was founded back in 1780, so this area was called Frankfort, which eventually got named later to Frankfort. So anyway, we're gonna take a walk, and yeah, it's starting to rain a little harder now, but I think we'll be okay. Oh wow, take a look at that. That's the Weisiger house. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but regardless though, it's a very beautiful building. Looks really cool. Over here on St. Clair Street, just off Main Street, we have a very old theater. We have the Grand Theater. Started out as a theater for vaudeville back in 1910, and then they expanded 30 years later to become a movie theater. And it looks really nice in here, along with the brick-laden street here. And although we'll get a closer view, I can stay on the road really quick. But yeah, you can even see the old Kentucky State Capitol. That's the old Capitol building back from 1829 to 1830. We'll head up there, we'll get a closer look. Okay, here's a much better view, or a little closer view, I should say. But yeah, that again is the old State Capitol building. And it was used from like 1829 to 1830 until 1910, when it was moved to a newer building, which we'll see later in the video. Back in 1792, Kentucky became a state, and Frankfort was designated as the first and what has been the only state capital. But before then, it actually used to be a part of Virginia. But yeah, really cool, although I'm starting to get a little wet right now. I almost needed the umbrella. I got really unlucky with the weather today, because I think they were calling for like a 50% chance of rain, but as you can tell, yeah, it worked out against me a little bit. But yeah, it's like I was watching the weather forecast throughout the past week, and the rain forecast started to increase a little bit each day. It's almost to the point where I could not cancel my hotel reservation, because I came close to not even coming down because of the weather. But it should eventually clear out though, so I should still be okay. Plus, it's not even that bad out. Now we made over to the Kentucky Riverview Park. Over in this area, during the warmer months, or during the growing season, there's a farmer's market which takes place over there. But it's the middle of February, so it's not really growing season right now. But right over here, we have the Kentucky River. But as you can tell, yeah, I'm actually under a covered building right now, so getting a little bit of a shelter for the time being. But over here we have a very nice river walk. We'll go a little bit on it as we head back up that way, and then we'll head over that way a little bit. During the warmer months, you can also do some canoe and kayak rentals as well. And then you can explore the Kentucky River off this little path. All right, now we'll head over there. But yeah, although it looks like we're on solid ground, we're actually on an elevated surface right now. Over there a little bit, we're literally on top of a highway. And then yeah, right up there, we have Fort Hill. Fort Hill is a pretty large hill overlooking the city of Frankfort. And it used to be a Civil War outpost up there, but we'll head up there at the very end of the video. As you come back down to street level, there's the Frankfort Convention Center. And over here we have the Kentucky History Center. Inside this building, open Tuesdays through Saturdays. You can go inside and learn more about the history of the great state of Kentucky. And you can see one of the outdoor exhibits right over there. Have a little garden. And they offer different tours around the city as well, including over to the old state capitol. But yeah, there's the front of the museum. I also have another museum over here too, the Capital City Museum. So if you want to learn more about the state of Kentucky and Frankfort, definitely check out both these museums over here. They're located just about a block east of the old state capitol. Heading south on St. Clair Street from the old state capitol, we have the Franklin County Courthouse. Frankfort is not only the state capital of Kentucky, but it's also the county seat of Franklin County. And what a beautiful courthouse. Love the tower for the courthouse, and I like how it's curved a little bit too. Certainly one of the more unique courthouses I've seen. And we'll walk over there, we can see the St. Clair Street Bridge. Built in 1894, this is the St. Clair Street Bridge, also known as the Singing Bridge. And boy, you can hear it singing right now. We're going over the Kentucky River right now, and we're heading into what's known as South Frankfort. It's still technically Frankfort. Wow, what a siren song that was. But yeah, we're here in the southern portion of Frankfort as we cross over the river. South Frankfort was annexed by Frankfort back in 1850. And it's over here where we'll get to see the current state capitol, which is where we're heading to next. And here it is. Built in 1910, here is the new state capitol for Kentucky. What a beautiful building that is. Let me get on this side of the camera, and I'll go ahead and I'll zoom in. But yeah, very beautiful state capitol. And now we can add this to my list of visited state capitals. Although I won't be able to go inside because it's closed on the weekends. But at least I got to check it out from outside. But yeah, what a beauty. Within this complex, there's another site I want to show really quick before we head away from this area. And to the side of the current state capitol, we have the the second Kentucky governor's mansion. This was built back in 1914, well, completed in 1914, and this is where the state governor of Kentucky has lived ever since. And let's zoom in a little bit, but the mansion was modeled after the villa of Marie Antoinette, queen and wife to King Louis XVI in France. But anyway, this is modeled after her villa in Versailles. But yeah, this is quite beautiful. All right, coming up next, we're going to get back in the car and we will head over to the gravesite of Daniel Boone. We made it to Frankfort Cemetery. We're overlooking the city of Frankfort and we have the grave of Daniel Boone. He was actually born in Berks County, Pennsylvania. I'm again on this side of the camera as usual. He was born in 1734 and he first entered the eastern part of Kentucky from the Cumberland Gap in 1767, and over the few years after then, he explored the bluegrass region, which we're currently at the western edge of it right now. He blazed what's called the Wilderness Trail. And then in 1775, he built Fort Boonesborough, which is located southeast of Lexington. And actually, even a few years after that, he was even captured by the Native Americans as well. And then he eventually headed out to Missouri. He passed away in 1820, and here he's buried with his wife Rebecca. Actually, he was buried here in 1845. Well, just think of that. And yeah, if we come over here, yeah, look at the beautiful view of, well, for the most part, South Frankfort. You can even see the state capitol and the Kentucky River. What a beauty this is. Last but not least, we made it up to Fort Hill Park. We're at the top of Fort Hill in Frankfort and got the Sullivan House right here. And yeah, unfortunately the visitor center is closed at least until Memorial Day, but a little quick opportunity to check out the park a little bit and not get run over. But yeah, one cool thing about Fort Hill is, and Frankfort in general, in 1862 it was briefly taken over by the Confederate Army during the U.S. Civil War. It was short-lived, however, as the Union retook over the city. And as a response to that, the Union soldiers built 2 forts up here to protect the city of Frankfort. And Confederate General John Hunt Morgan tried to recapture Frankfort in 1864, but thanks to the help of these forts that were built up here, he failed to do so. Nowadays, we can hear some of the crows over there. So Frankfort has quite a bit to offer from a beautiful downtown area. You can see the old state capitol building, as well as the new state capitol building, as well as the nearby Kentucky governor's mansion. And you can even see the burial site of Daniel Boone, as well as his wife Rebecca. And come up here to Fort Hill Park, where you can explore the great outdoors up on top of a huge hill overlooking Frankfort. Anyway, I'll go and I'll start walking back to the car. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely give this video a like or a thumbs up. For more Skyman895 travel videos, definitely click that subscribe button, as I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. At the end of every video, I have links to my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages. Well, thank you for watching today's video here in Frankfort, Kentucky. And this is Scott signing out.